live. Are you ready to do your intro, or?
Give him a chance to show up.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on waiting for game to start then.
Mm-hmm.
So don't everybody talk at once or anything, you know? Like,
You know, they're waiting for the theme song because everybody can hear us while we're talking, you know.
I'm just kind of pooped. We destroyed a shed today.
Fun. Stream Elements just did the announcement. Oh well.
Yeah, it was leaning against a tree that needs to come down, and it was pretty rotten, but the roof and stuff was still fairly sturdy, so eventually we just took the chain hoist and hooked it to another tree and pulled her over.
Fun. Yeah, we might end up with a small
Not
audience
really. It
tonight.
didn't take very...
Go ahead.
Not really. It didn't make a very satisfying crash noise or anything. It just sort of slowly tilted over and one of the walls folded, and now we got to cut a bunch of it up so that we can still cut the tree down.
Fun. Oh well. I guess at least nothing was hurt, so that's good. I was about to say we might end up with a small audience tonight because it's in the middle of World Anvil summer camp and a lot of our audience comes from World Anvil, so... And that's okay. They'll catch up later. Plus there's like 5 streams.
I'm sure they'll listen to...
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say there's like 5 streams that are all scheduled overlapping this slot on the calendar.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll catch up, later while they're writing, listening to the recorded released version.
That's my thought. I'm still waiting on Dawn and Blake, damn it.
yeah, I don't know what happened to them.
Well, sometimes Blake's late getting home from work, so maybe,
Yeah, it could be it.
maybe he got held up somewhere.
Yeah.
Alright, the song's about to end. Well, good evening and welcome to Toy Soldiers Old School. I'm Diane Morrison. I'm the creator of the Toy Soldier Saga. This is our role-playing game, Pathfinder, 1st edition, that we do in our game world. It helps us to develop it, but it also builds on things we've already developed. Special shout out tonight to the Anvilite Streamer Corps. This is a group of people who are all streamers who stream about World Anvil and related subjects. Right? I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's got a full calendar there where you can check out when people are streaming. As you can see, this particular slot is kind of overlapping, and there's a special event right now going on called Summer Camp. That's a world building challenge at World Anvil. So I don't expect we're going to have a huge audience, and people may tune in later, and that's totally cool. But I just want to give a big shout out to the community because they've been hugely supportive, right? Since the last time we streamed, we now have 99 followers and 6 subscribers, and I just cannot thank you guys enough. You're amazing. If you're into writing or you're into world building, right, definitely check out the other streamers on the calendar. I think I'm the only one who's got an RPG listed on there right now, but they are fucking amazing, and you really should go and support them. They're all awesome. They're all great people. So,
but not as awesome as me.
Yeah, so he thinks.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
So I was considering whether or not, dear, we might do a raffle when we reached 100 followers. It's possible that could happen tonight. We're one shy. So I'm putting it out there. Okay, the prize will be a PDF, Mobi, or EPUB of the first book in the Weird West Chronicles, Showdown. Which is my other universe. Oh, and then I got ding.
Yeah, we got followed.
Congratulations! Awesome! Yay!
Hello.
Welcome.
Sorry
Hello,
we're late.
guys. No, it's okay. Work, right?
Yeah, we had to make a stop before we got on. Is all.
No problem.
Yes.
Well, awesome news. We just got our 100th follower.
Yay. We have
Yay.
100 followers?
100 followers. I know, right?
No.
I was just saying that this is in large part to the Anvilite Streamer Corps. It's a bunch of World Anvil streamers and their audiences, right? I've got the calendar listed in the chat, and it's such an amazing supportive community. I've got to say, right? I was just talking to the audience, Dawn, so it's convenient that you happened to show up at the time, but I've done a lot of work in non-profit groups and volunteer organizations and festival organizing and all kinds of shit like that, right? And I have become very cynical about it because it always seems like there's somebody who it's all about them, and they never like the way the people who are organizing do anything, and they always have negative things to say, and they make trouble.
Yeah.
Right? Well, this is not happening in this group. It's so supportive and so friendly, and everyone's just, piling in on each other's streams and following everybody. It's amazing. And this is our new follower here, Morgero Thonks Fox, said, heard about you guys through a friend, figured I'd check out the stream. Well, welcome, and thanks for joining us, and that means we're going to do a raffle, and since it's a small audience, it's going to be pretty likely people will win. Morg. Alright, Morg, you got it. We will call you Morg. Now let's see here. Where is my current event? There we go. Because I have to set up the raffle. And in the meantime, why don't we do introductions? I am... started forgetting. Okay, so I'm Diane Morrison. I'm the writer of the Toy Soldier Saga. I am playing Celine Wintermist. She is a just recently promoted to junior lieutenant. Right? She is a young priestess and healer of the moon goddess who joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy to see the universe and maybe help people out along the way. My pronouns are she or they.
Rowan.
I'm Rowan. I play Von Bin, Star Song. She's a happy-go-lucky druid who's joined the Imperial Navy to see the universe, riding star seeds because they're amazing. And meet new animals and see new worlds and plants. And, occasionally she adds a bit of wisdom to things that are going on and stabs people in the groin occasionally. And my pronouns are she and her.
Brianna.
Hello, I'm Brianna. I play Madrimlian, who is an altruistic elf who comes off commercially. He really isn't, but he is a member of the Elven Imperial Navy's intelligence community. Oh wait, I think he's the only member of it at the moment. But he's actually thinking about creating his own unit, and he joined the Navy because, well, it was family tradition. His dad's in the Navy. Oh, pronouns are she, her.
Taz.
Hi, I'm Taz, or Gmino99. I play Arden Spellsword, a magus who crafter, just likes making things for the most part. My pronouns are he, him.
Blake.
Hi, my name is Blake. I'll be playing the part of Crowley. Basically the crew's mascot and cat. And the local shit disturber. Pronouns are he, him.
Okay, Dawn.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Yasma Snowwind. I am Crowley's best friend. Was an orphan, joined the Navy. Job is helpful. And scrapper, but apparently very clumsy.
And your pronouns are?
Oh, she, her.
Okay, Gareth.
Hi, I'm Gareth. I play Lyric, a no-nonsense gunslinger who had a mishap in life, and my pronouns are he, him.
And Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I play Arian, who is the grizzled sergeant who's been assigned to this group of midshipmen to keep them in line and alive. A little older than the other characters, and currently quite disappointed in a couple of them. Quite proud of another one. Yeah. My pronouns are he, him.
Okay, I'm Aaron. I'm the game master. I play Ruavel Sunfall, right, who is destined to become the father of the protagonist of this world.
Well, the novels and stories so
novels.
far, anyway. Although right now that's looking about as likely as a flying pig, but.
Right? My pronouns are he, him. Or they. I don't care.
What? You took it seriously tonight? Cool. All right.
Wow. He's not shit and disturber tonight, or God Almighty. But he's still, yes, a medieval one.
That is true. All right, so
Or
our raffle's up.
Ass.
Our raffle is up. If you guys would like to join, then type in !raffle. And we'll draw that before the end of the show. And I guess we're ready to get started, so maybe we should,
Okay, when we left you off, you guys were going to go and celebrate Midsummer. Except
That's
for
right.
Ruavel and Xerxes, who had been put on duty. Because they were bad.
Well, yes, kidnapping random citizens of an area we do not have jurisdiction over as the Navy would qualify as bad.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, it was only semi-random.
Yeah.
That is true. Okay, you're right. No, they had a purpose anyway.
Yes.
Maliciously kidnapping? No, okay. Alright. And I think we should change the music to some festival music or something, because
Yeah.
Our introduction is done. And the waiting for the game to start thing should go too, probably.
Yep.
Okay.
We are on the game. Okay, and we need some sort of music. Town.
Yeah, something celebratory. I think there's like... Let's see, there was cheerful music in the blacksmith one. There was one in the Waterdeep setting, and there was something in debauched gala. So we use Sirenscape for our background music and sound effects for most of the game. So that is what I'm talking about. There we go. Noise. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Town noises.
So we go to town.
Yep.
Dodge the cow that I just heard. Yeah.
Oh yes, it is a very festive atmosphere in town. Right? Being that this is a principally elven settlement, the elven holidays are very important to them. This holiday is
It's called Solaro.
Solaro, right?
And it is the... Hey, Arthurgotta showed up. Hi, nice to see you. Make sure you get in on the raffle. Like, no, actually, you probably don't have to. I think you already have Showdown, so that's what's on offer today. Hey, DM Stretch made it too. Welcome.
Cool.
Great. Yeah, he said he was going to come check it out because he's into Pathfinder. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Looks like Gogma Dog's stream is ended then.
Yeah, interestingly, it just ended right before I went live. I think he must have raided Greg, which is totally cool because he was actually doing world building and I am not. So, yeah. Great. Well, glad you guys could make it. Get in on the raffle if you haven't already. It's exclamation point raffle. We'll draw at the end of... Oh, he raided Roll Society because I wasn't up yet. Fair enough. Okay. It's... Yeah, exclamation point raffle. Yeah, the prize is an ebook of Showdown, which is the first book in the Weird West Chronicles.
Good book.
Well, you're a little biased, honey.
True.
Well, since I haven't read it yet, I'm hoping to get it.
Okay. All right, and the raffle is because we're celebrating our 100th follower. Right, freaking amazing. Oh yeah, and before we get started here, my thanks specifically to, let's see, since I last did a broadcast, Aegon TV, Caleb Sindar the Dragon, and Mogera Thonksbox, or Morg, right, for the follows. All right. So we're heading to town. We were going to head back to the Leafy Bough, I think was the plan,
your
wasn't
plan
it?
was to head to the Leafy Bough and hang out with the elves there, so I will switch this to a friendly tavern.
Time to go party.
Yeah, Celine's not looking very party mood right about now.
Yeah.
But she's coming along anyway.
Yeah, the barman, I can't remember his name, waves a hand as you enter. His daughter, or his wife's name is Gemma.
Jenna.
Jenna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wave when we come in.
Hmm. Sit anywhere, she calls.
Well,
Right,
take a
this is
seat.
Not too crowded yet.
Amazing.
It's still early.
Yeah, being a festival occasion, they probably got flowers all over the place, and
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the whole place is decorated up for midsummer.
yeah.
Looks like Jenna spent all morning doing it. Big fresh bouquets of flowers in the middle of the tables, and
Do the flowers look familiar from her birthday like 4 days ago?
no, they're fresh.
Because remember, those were potted when they came in too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Celine's just kind of quiet, so she does sit down at the table and, kind of
Yeah.
wait though, or
We should get some food and snacks.
Yeah, maybe a glass of wine will make you feel a little bit better. Help with a little pain relief.
oh, the pain's gone now. Vonman was allowed to heal, she says.
Oh, okay, good.
No, you're right. I need to not be in a funk. Yeah, let's have some wine. That sounds great. She says, and food.
Jenna says, we have some good apple mead.
Apple mead would be lovely. And by the way, the flowers look great.
Thank you, she says. I traded the ones that I got for some new ones.
Oh, really?
Well, not all of them, of course, because... but...
Well, it looks and smells wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good.
Crowley will buy a bottle of that apple mead
Okay.
and set it in front of the lieutenant and say, "Body may be healed, but now you must heal."
Cut off, now you must heal, you cut out.
Now you must heal your mind, and slide the bottle a little closer to her.
And that means get hammered, she says.
Something go wrong,
Yep.
says Jenna.
Well, says London, you are under orders.
It's okay now, she says, I think. I hope. She pours herself a glass and nods to Crowley and...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Major, I'm gonna go up to the bar and talk to Amatar.
Amatar, that was his name. How are you doing, Lilas? He says.
Yeah, Von Biddle.
Bombin will.
She'll have some of that mead, too.
Okay.
Oh, not too bad, Amatar. How's things been going here? And I've got a killer headache. You wouldn't happen to have that wine that you had on your wife's birthday still, do you?
Of course. Yeah,
Can I purchase a pitcher for the table and a pony cake for myself for later?
sure. Makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah. The pony keg is about a gold piece. And the pitcher is about 6 copper.
Yeah, not a problem. He'll pay it.
Yep.
So what do you guys... excuse me, sorry. What do you guys do for midsummer around here?
She says, well, I don't know, what do they normally do for midsummer?
I don't know. I imagine it varies from place to place, so, think of all the things we've done at pagan festivals for midsummer, and probably you got all kinds of options.
You expect me to remember pagan festivals?
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. You were usually drunk the whole time. Naturally, you can't remember anything. Okay.
Drunk or stoned or both.
Or not enough sleep. Either way.
Yeah, or all of the above.
Usually all of the above. They're fun. Well, there's dancing, there's bonfires. There's,
Right.
you know, maybe they do like wheel dances,
Mm-hmm.
right? Food, you know.
Yeah. She says, well, around here we have a big bonfire after the sun goes down. After the lights go down.
It sounds like fun.
She says, and roast marshmallows, she says, and hot dogs, and
What's a hot dog?
it's a sausage.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Mm.
Why do they call it a hot dog?
It's because it looks like a dachshund.
Okay, she says. I've seen those. They're the long ones, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, gnomes like them, she says. Is it a gnome thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, sure, that sounds like fun, she says.
And then we dance. A lot.
I like dancing, she says.
It's good for the soul.
Yeah, she's kind of looking like, for, you know, kind of a bit of a downcast expression for a minute, and then she wipes it off and says, are you serving anything special for us, Solara?
And she says, rose cake.
Oh, I definitely must have some rose cake, please. Thank you.
Okay?
After our food, I guess. That would make more sense.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey, Aaron.
Uh-huh.
Crowley whispers to Yasma, hey, you'll be alright if I take off for a little bit here?
Yeah, just leave me a few bucks to pay for everything.
Alright. I'll leave her with 50 gold.
Okay.
And I'm going to go out to the latrine.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure, you know, no one can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to use my hat.
Okay.
I'm going to disguise myself like an old, crippled up old elvish man in an old, tattered military uniform. Will the hat do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'm going to move out to the street where the festival's happening and start panning.
Okay.
He has like thousands of gold pieces, and he's out panning. Okay.
It's a festival. He'll probably make a
save
ton.
a penny, earn a penny.
Hydrate.
Know what
check,
he's gonna
guys.
do next.
I know, right? I think Blake created this character so he had an excuse to play what he thought.
Hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate check, guys. Thank you very much, Trended Hero. Much appreciated.
Hail,
Okay.
hydrate.
That never gets old.
No, it don't.
Okay, so food is brought out to you guys.
Yep, try to make myself have an appetite. Probably smells pretty good.
It smells delicious.
What are we eating?
It's some seasonal pie.
Ah, okay.
Right? Meat and fruit.
This is amazing.
With
she
venison
says.
and fruit.
And Dinosaur Bob says posture check, guys.
Yep, my posture sucks. I checked on it. It still sucks.
I really
That's-
appreciate the posture checks, especially in this stream, because we do this one in our living room, and I have to sit in a great big oversized easy chair to be near to the mic that is not my normal chair. And over the course of the night, I slide and slide and slide until I'm like curled up in this little ball. It's no good. So thank you. So that's 2 weeks in a row that the neighbor has decided to do weed eating outside our window on the day. Oh, anyway. Okay. I hope you guys can't hear it.
Absolutely not.
Oh, good. Okay then. Yeah,
And
dig
over
into the
time,
food. Sorry, go ahead.
if I don't think I'm bringing in enough, I'll tootle off to the washroom and slightly adjust my look to look even more destitute and needy.
Okay.
Loving this hat.
We've created a monster.
Yeah.
We haven't created a monster. We've just given him access to what he needs.
Nodding his head vigorously.
It's funny.
Anyway. Yes, I'll get back to you there, Crowley, but in the meantime, you guys are in the bar. Food is brought out.
Yep, dig in, say the pie's delicious.
Yeah, it is.
The sergeant
London
seems
just
somewhat.
nods vigorously. She can't actually say, yeah, it is, because her mouth's full.
Okay. And Sergeant says,
The sergeant seems kind of listless and agitated, poking at his food, barely sipping at his.
I'm just chowing down.
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that Celine is capable of sort of putting on a front, but she's probably not aware enough to be aware that the sergeant is as upset as she is.
Well, Jenna seems to notice. She comes over and says, is everything okay? Food's all right?
Oh, the food's delicious, thank you, she says.
She looks at the sergeant.
Yeah, the food's great.
It's just been a bit of a rough day today, that's all, says Fondant.
I'm sorry
We'll
to
be
hear.
alright.
We came here to try to cheer ourselves up, she says.
Should I have the bards play something more lively?
She looks at the sergeant and shrugs, like, I don't know.
Kind of looks back and shrugs, and he looks at Jenna and he goes, it's more that we just. Seems like we need something important to do.
I agree. This is wonderful, and your food is so good, and this cider is amazing. This mead is amazing. It's cider, mead, right? Apple
Yeah,
mead. This
apple
mead is
mead.
amazing. She says, but yeah, I kind of feel like you do. She says to the sergeant, I feel like I'm in
Much
that.
downtime, man.
Yeah, and that's the problem, isn't it? We need to get back to work, do something productive, redirect our energy. She nods.
It just seems to lead to trouble.
Not wrong.
Not
She
the
says.
case, and we are under no orders to have fun.
I'm not sure that.
Fondant just shakes her head and says,
Go ahead.
She just shakes her head and says, "Nah, it's not that downtime means we get into trouble. It's just that the boys had an important lesson to learn, and hopefully now that they've learned it, and we're under orders to go out and enjoy ourselves. So having fun is our job tonight."
At this point, my Dreamling comes back with a pitcher of wine, puts it on the table. He goes, "Yeah, it doesn't seem right to celebrate without the rest of the party here. It just seems wrong. I know they're at fault, but I just don't feel right."
I'm not particularly in the mood to talk to them right now, says Celine.
Sergeant chuckles a little bit at that and goes, "Yeah, we just seem to do so much better when we're tough."
Well, you know what? Maybe we should go out and do things this evening, she says. We're under orders to have fun, but nobody gave us instructions as to how, right?
Yeah, I think
Right.
work was implicitly meant to not be done, ma'am.
You're spoiling my my reasoning chain here, she says.
Well, how about this, Celine? Before we go out and find ourselves some real fun, would you care for a dance?
I would, she says. She extends her hand to Madriglian.
Yeah, he'll lead her onto the dance floor.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll dance.
Yeah, the bards play a lively tune.
They'll do some folk dancey thing that they know from back in Evergleam.
Yeah.
I go find an elf to dance with.
There's a bunch at your table.
I work at the ones at my with the ones at my table though. I'll go find another elf to dance.
Okay. You just grab a random elf and start dancing with him?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Festival, isn't it?
Yeah. He laughs and starts dancing with you.
Celine, when was the last time we danced this song? It's been, what, 4 years?
At least, she says. Maybe 5.
I want to be young and stupid again.
Oh, we're still young and stupid. That's the problem, Madrimlian, she says.
Yeah, but we're not quite as reckless.
Speak for yourself, she says. But she's laughing.
That was his point.
Get her
Good,
to
now that you
laugh.
lie. Yep.
Yeah, she is laughing. How come we never dated? She says. I mean, I'm not asking you to date me or anything, Madrimley. I just, I was like, why did we never develop an interest in each other that way? Too much proximity, do you think?
Didn't want to ruin our friendship.
I hear you, she says. Or wait, she says. Played that back in her head. Raises an eyebrow. If he doesn't say anything, though, she's not going to push it.
Nope, he doesn't say a word.
Alright, keep dancing then.
Yeah.
When the dance
Then
is
looks
done.
at the side
Go ahead,
and
sorry.
says, "How about it?
Sure, why not?
We could dance too, she says to him.
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
All right, let's go."
Yeah.
Sergeant
Okay.
will use his superior strength for an elf to do a spin and toss dance with.
Okay.
She thinks that's right.
But Jeremy sees that, looks over at Celine and goes, I'm not even gonna bother trying.
Yeah, she says. Yep. Well, keep dancing a while then, since everybody else is getting into it.
Yep.
Lisa gives my nervous energy something to do. Come back when the rose cake shows up.
Yeah. They put a whole rose cake on your table with a knife and plates.
Come off the dance floor all sweaty and smiling and grab some of that rose cake.
Okay.
Yep, come back. Thank you, that's great. Thanks, Madrimlian, that was a lot of fun, she says. Gives him a friendly kiss on the cheek.
He says not a problem, but he still blushes.
Alright,
It was
rose cake.
indeed. Thank you very much. And although I'm afraid that once we're done with the rose cake, I won't be quite so easy to toss.
You're still light as a feather.
Celine beams at that, actually, just smiles, makes her happy. For those who are new to the game, Von Vin is a little chunky for an elf. She has a like for sweets, so yeah. And
Sergeant
since
is extremely beefy, muscular for an elf.
Yep. Yeah. Since people are asking questions about whom or is who, right? Von Vin is the one that's directly in the foreground with the purple eyes, and the sergeant, right? Arian, he is the gentleman in the back with the quiver of arrows.
And the mask.
And the mask. Yep.
Crowley is obviously the cat.
Yes.
And Yasma is the one on the far right behind the blonde guy.
Yeah, the one with the little smirk at the side of her mouth there. Yeah.
Celine is the one in the far lower left corner. And Madrimlian is the one that's directly behind Von Vin.
And dour looking.
Yeah, brown hair and yeah.
Doer. It's pronounced Doer.
I know, it's weird. I've always said dour too because nobody ever, like, you read it and nobody ever, like, says it to you unless they've read it. But actually it's Doer.
It's pronounced Doer?
It is,
Yeah.
I know, right?
Doer.
No.
Total news to me too. Total news to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Every time I hear somebody say it, doer, I think been in the Scotch.
I'm Doer.
Well, you know, if it's not Scottish, it's crap, right?
And even Scottish crap is good crap.
That is an Irish accent. Which is worse than my horrible Scottish accent.
Oh, if you want the Irish, you gotta put it up in your nose and speak through that a little bit.
Aye, that's true. Irish is a little harsher.
You guys are
A
funny.
bit more nasal.
Not even going to attempt any kind of accent because I suck at them.
Yeah, we have fun.
Right, let's put another shrimp on the barbie, shall we?
I don't,
No, that was
eh?
bad. I don't, eh?
I know that was bad.
Well, I don't know, mate. If you want to get into, you know, Aussie accents. But, no, I haven't done that in a while. I played a character that was an Aussie for years. I tried very hard to do it sort of an outback Western Australia accent, so I don't sound anything like the people from Sydney. They sound totally different.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. Anyway, yes, we eat our rose cake.
Mm-hmm.
Cake.
What's that?
Can we get you like some cooking oil or something?
Holy crap! I barely heard that. What the hell? Is that Gareth?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm fine in all honesty, as he puffs away at a cigar needlessly.
Yeah, considering he's the metal dude there. Looks at him, kind of. Shrugs.
Yep. The rose cake is delicious. It is basically a angel food cake, more or less, with rose petals in it.
Oh, neat. That's a unique thing to Skyreach, then. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
My rose cake's going to be very different, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to remember that. Now I got to try to make that.
I'll buy you gluten-free angel food cake.
I guess. Well, she says it's really good because it's light and fluffy. Much lighter and fluffier than the cake she's used to.
Mm-hmm. And another pitcher of wine is brought out.
What do you guys think? Should we wander around and see what's going on, or are we better here sitting in one place so we stay out of trouble? She says.
Staying out of trouble? Well, that's no fun.
Don't you think we've been in enough
Yeah, I
trouble?
think we
for
failed
one
our
day?
trouble quotient this
Jinx, she says to Von Vin.
Or maybe just a different kind of trouble.
My German pours them both a glass of wine.
We know what Drivlian's vote is, she says.
Sergeant actually raises one eyebrow.
Oh,
He's
no,
like,
but there's
"Is that
wine
your
in there."
second?"
I'm sorry, you guys talked over each other. Sergeant, go ahead.
Sergeant raises one eyebrow and looks at Madrimlian and goes, "Is that your second?"
Holy cow, he's being a lush tonight.
No, still my first, as he hands one over to Von Vin, one to Celine.
I've still got this mead to drink, she says.
And what were you saying, Vonvin?
I was going to say, I think Madrimlian's trying to make us be drunk and disorderly.
A true undead hero says, "What has happened? I'm a little lost." You had to leave before the end of last session, right? Now, what happened was, Madrimlian disappeared again. They went looking for him. They found him unconscious in the back of an alchemist shop, right? Hooked up to some kind of makeshift IV, right? The proprietor of the shop was a little evasive with them, to say the least, right? Turned out that while he was studying whatever he was studying, he had managed to drink some Cthulhan brain juice. So they took him back to the ship, right, and, tried to, get healing for him and stuff, because Celine's like a novice healer still. And during that time, the Sunfall boys decided that the shopkeeper was more than a little suspicious, so they went back, tied him up, put a gag in his mouth, and brought him back to the ship in a backpack. This is just some rando guy who lives in Whirlybird, which is the gnome city where the Navy has no jurisdiction.
Nope.
Right? When they found this out, they're like, oh, fuck. Ultimately, what ended up happening is that the sergeant made life extremely miserable for the Sunfall boys for a good 2 days.
Yep.
Right? And Celine was given corporal punishment for failing in her duty as a commander.
Yep. She was given the choice to stand down her commission or take 10 lashes. She chose to take 10 lashes, so they promoted her to lieutenant junior grade. She's not acting anymore.
So this is why everyone's a little glum.
Yeah.
Not to mention the side effects of Cthulhu brain fluid on Madrimlian.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, now he's a telepath.
And a eunuch, but he doesn't know that part yet.
Oh, okay. He's like, wait a minute.
That's gonna wreak havoc on Sable's novels.
Wouldn't change much, actually.
Except for the fact that he has a son.
Did I mention he had a son yet? I don't think I have.
Nope, that happened at the Gabe. Not the novels.
Okay.
Which means it's still up for grabs and may not occur. But he did have a past relationship, though, that was important, so. I hope that fills in the gaps.
Are you still lost, your undead hero? Yeah, he's not responding.
I see.
Going on with the game.
The sergeant will get up and wander over to the bar and talk to the barkeep and
Okay.
Happy Solaro and
Oh, yeah.
inquire about the status of our chambers.
Says I should have them ready by morning.
Nice.
I can't
But
do you
don't-
anything for tonight, but
Don't feel like you have to work on them on a holiday, man.
well, that's why I say I'll have them in the morning. Says I'm not working on them tonight.
Sounds very good. Wanted to say Happy Solaro.
Says, well, thank you. Happy Solaro to you too, my friend.
You want to join me in a shot of that banana brandy my grandpa sent or my great uncle sent over?
Absolutely, he says.
Tried it yet?
I haven't. Just waiting for a special occasion. Seems like a good one.
Watch
Yeah,
for the kick at the end.
Watch for the kick, you bet. Pours you each one. Is to long life and good health.
Good friends and happy families.
Exactly. Alright, and he drinks it. Whoa, that's really good, he says.
Sergeant
Nice
knocks
kick.
his back and says, yeah,
Well, I'm glad I saved it for a special occasion then, he says.
anyway, I'll let you get back to what you're doing. I just wanted to come say hi.
It's alright. It's-
And I'll wander back to the table.
Yeah. People begin pouring into the bar. It's now about noon.
Oh, we started early on the booze,
Yeah.
did we? Okay.
It's
well.
only noon?
Yes.
Here's
Hope
the
you guys
day
are
drinking.
It's morning.
Woohoo!
Oh well. Evening could be good. Evening, I'll probably be passed out sleeping somewhere,
Yep.
trying to keep my hair out of my face. Yeah.
Hair in the mouth.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Celine is feeling restless. She's not doing a very good job of keeping herself plunked in one place and out of trouble.
Wonder what the market has, says Madrimlian.
You know what? You're probably right. She says the market is probably amazing. I imagine people came from all over for this. Want to go check it out, guys?
Absolutely.
Sure, let's go do that, Isvanvin. I have a mad urge to buy sweets. I think I should stock up for our next space voyage.
Yep. Sergeant going with them?
Well, she's looking at him like, are you going? Are we going? What, you know?
Sergeant just kind of shrugs, stands up, stretches. All right, let's go.
Okay.
You guys head out into the market. Brief pause as I change.
Our ambience.
All the different stuff.
Fresh fish! We catch them, you buy them! Buy them!
Well, I'm sure there is a lot of that. I mean, this is a
Yep.
port city. So what kind of stuff have we got in the market?
In the market, you have a lot of craft wares.
Ooh.
Right? Private crafts. People not like crafts people, but like home crafts and stuff.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. You've got like a house that has been saving all year to sell their cheeses.
Ooh.
Right? You know, so they've got like
Ooh, cheese.
like, 300 wheels of cheese.
Go check that out for sure. Cheese keeps well on a on a space voyage, rather.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it's hard cheese, cheddar.
Nice. I do believe I shall buy some of this.
Okay. They want 2 copper pieces a wheel.
That's all?
Sure.
That's amazing. Okay.
Wheel is about 5 pounds.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay.
That's a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy a wheel of cheese. Why not? Sounds good. Supplement our food. Food gets pretty creative after a while in space.
Yep.
I am not buying anything that is freeze dried. I eat enough of that.
Madrimlian is looking for chocolate-covered espresso beans.
You can find chocolate covered all sorts of stuff, but think here. Where is Skyreach? Yeah, Skyreach is near the tropics.
Yep.
Yeah, you can find chocolate covered espresso beans.
Good, you're gonna buy about 10 pounds of them.
London also will get a wheel of cheese.
Okay.
I'm gonna get chocolate covered things.
Sergeant just shakes his head, kind of mutters under his breath, "Rookie." Starts looking for potted dwarf fruit trees.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, you can find some dwarf fruit trees. Potted.
Yeah, Celine looks at him and says, "Oh, genius," she says. Yes. Yes.
After a few voyages, you learn the ropes.
Madrimlian
We're allowed to have plants in our bunks.
Usually they like you to keep them in the garden, but Sometimes you can find a place to squirrel them away on deck. Find like an out-of-the-way nook or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they help add to the air and provide you with renewable food. Druids will usually look after them really nice for you.
I'll help them pick out some good ones.
Okay.
No, just the place to put some plants. I'll grab a couple.
Okay.
Take no
They
notice
cost
of
about
this.
a gold piece a piece.
Okay. I'm sure they've got at least an orange tree and...
Yeah, orange tree, peach tree. Right.
Persimmons?
Yeah, persimmons.
Berries. No apricots, though. No
apricots.
apricots.
No apricots. Why no apricots?
Don't you know anything about the Marines, ma'am? You never take apricots on board a ship or a vehicle.
Oh, okay, she says. And actually, not really. So maybe you'd better educate me, considering I just got reassigned, she says.
It goes back to an old legend about an old battle. Ship had a garden that was just full of apricots, and like it never had any luck. It was always getting damaged, and finally it just went down, and like in the worst possible way. So
Gotcha.
the legend says it's the apricot's fault. Don't ask me why.
She says, you know what? My mother always said that traditions exist for a reason in the Navy. So, yeah, we'll not have any apricots. No, sounds
I'll
good.
grab a peach tree.
Okay.
I find a couple different varieties of dwarf sweet cherry and dwarf plum. That way they'll cross-pollinate.
Okay.
Like 4 little potted trees.
Yeah, so majority will get the persimmons if Celine's getting the oranges.
Yep, and she looks and she says, "Ooh, what's this?" As she looks at a starflower.
Yeah, star
tree.
fruit.
Starberries, actually.
Starberries, he says. It's a starberry bush.
I've never heard of them.
They're native to here.
Do they survive in space?
Absolutely.
I'll definitely take one, she says. They're neat because the flowers seem to glow. They have like a moonlight sort of luminescence. I'm sure that the sergeant knows all about them.
And the wine that's made with them seems to glow too.
Yep, subtracting my money.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Can the sergeant use his knowledge engineering to find the parts to build a little mini still?
Yep.
Are you kidding with the amount of gnomes selling stuff in this market?
You can just buy a still. Even a
Yeah,
mini
but the
one.
Navy probably will frown on me bringing an entire still on board, whereas if I bring it on in pieces, they might not notice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They sell it disassembled in a box, and it reads, "Delicate wine glasses." Obviously, they've had experience.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
either that or portable alchemist lab.
Yeah, that's what they've labeled it as, portable alchemist lab. It's in a box.
Here, you carry this on board, she says to Madriblian.
Why me? I already have one, and they know it.
Because you're the only one that's likely to buy one, she says.
Good point.
Dumbass. Under her breath.
Besides, it's always good to have a second.
The portable still costs 10 gold.
I'll help pony up.
some Madriman. He'll throw in 2 gold. Looks around at everybody else as if say, "Come on, chip in."
All right.
I don't know if that's what the sergeant had in mind or if he was going off somewhere that the rest of us couldn't see what he was doing.
Yeah, this one was probably a more private purchase while everyone else was fiddling around with stuff.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay then. Okay, so
Okay.
then we don't get in on it.
The other reason, buy fruit juice.
Make wine. Well, Jack.
Because fruits are high in sugar and they make liquor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just laughing at the chat, I'm sorry.
Which
Yeah,
Jack?
well, Trended Hero says, so who would win the fight, Aaron's character or Sable's? I'm like, definitely Aaron's, because I am a healer, right? And he is a fighter, right? And then he, just before I said that, he's like, I demand a duel! And he's like, what? I'm surprised and disappointed. Yeah, he's expecting me to play, like, you know, Psycho Battle Maid, obviously. You know what? I played a lot of Psycho Battle Maids. I thought I'd try something different to this campaign.
I'm
They'll have the
surprised.
same amount of power. Just give the order to kick ass.
That's true. I am playing the character that's in charge. So,
Yeah.
that is true.
She could just order the sergeant to beat the Christ out of him.
Which the sergeant would happily
Or
do
else.
right about now. Yeah, okay, we don't notice the alchemy
Elves
lab.
that can't beat Christ out of him.
What's that?
For elves, it's not beat the Christ out of him. It's more like beat the Loki out of him.
Yeah.
There you go. Accurate. Yeah, okay, I don't know what I'm buying. I'm looking at cheese and fruit trees and these starberries I'm particularly enamored of, and
Yep. Strawberry bush.
yes.
Bonding will get Karen instructions on those because she's never seen them before.
Get which? Sorry, you're cutting in and out.
Karen instructions for them because she's never seen them before.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks, she says to Bonbin.
Mm.
Yep. Anything else we can, you know, get into trouble with or not, or?
Well, there are lots of stuff going on. There is a fair, so there's rides.
Ooh, okay.
Rides.
Rides, yeah. Gnomish roller coaster and yeah,
Oh, wow.
A gravitron.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that roller coaster out.
Yep, I think I am too.
But generally will avoid it. Too many minds screaming how much fun they're having.
At which point the sergeant hands him his tinfoil hat. Maybe this will help. Waiting for that one.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Seize your opportunity.
Are you trying to make me look like an idiot?
No, you do that well enough on your own.
You have no character here who can say that.
Yeah, right.
But Celine does say, well, if the shoe fits. She's grinning a bit, though. She's teasing him, obviously.
He looks around for a hat vendor.
A hat vendor? Yeah, a haberdasher.
A haberdasher?
Haberdashery? Yes,
Yep.
There's a haberdashery.
Are you gonna find one that can actually hide this tinfoil hat?
Hide it underneath your.
Just in
another
case
hat.
it does work?
Exactly.
Oh, that's genius.
Okay. You get him to hide a tinfoil piece underneath a hat. Yes, you can do that. What kind of hat do you want?
I don't know.
him
When
in
I think
sort
of
of a-
Germany, I think yarmulke.
Yarmulke, yeah. Or bowler.
I was actually thinking bowler.
Okay, he makes you a bowler with a tinfoil liner.
As a half Jewish woman, I suppose I should get my panties in a knot about that remark, but I think it's fucking hilarious.
I can picture.
No, it's not the Jewish thing. It's just because, the skull cap, serious, not fun type hat.
Yeah.
What, not a fez with the propeller on top?
Well, then it wouldn't be a yarmulke anymore.
Good point.
I can picture him saying "Oy vey."
I can see it.
Eating kosher.
Ay vey.
But anyway, let's get off that subject.
Calling people putzes and Michiganers.
Problem is, I've actually had to bite my tongue a few times with Magillans and not say oy vey.
Anyway, so you get this hat. Put it on?
Yep.
Yep, put it on.
No shit, it works.
That's even funnier.
Mm-hmm.
AFK for just a second, I hear the cat yowl. In the meantime, if I see this, elderly, destitute, man, I make sure to give him, some alms.
Okay. How much do you give him?
I don't know, the rest of my silver, 9 silver, a guy can, a gold piece is a year's income around here,
No, it's not. 3 gold a day.
3 gold a day? Oh. Couple gold then.
A couple gold pieces?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, stupid. What do you want, kitty?
So, for your information, Crowley, you get an alms from Celine.
Kind lady.
But Germany gives him an odd looks we pass.
Well, if you're wearing your hat, you can't tell it's him.
Can't tell it's him anyways.
No, he didn't say he changed his voice though.
His voice automatically changes. It doesn't look like a cat anymore. He has a different throat.
Oh, okay.
Give him a gold piece too, because I don't recognize him either.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
take
so
it.
am a Dremelian.
Kind lady. Kind sir.
And then put some food in the hat for him.
He'll start to
He'll start to.
munch on some of it.
Okay.
Crowley, what kind of uniform did you conjure up? Marine or
Sailor's uniform, Marine's uniform.
Marine's uniform.
what's the rank look like?
Master Corporal.
Lance Corporal.
Pardon me.
So is there like a passing drink vendor?
Is there a drink vendor?
Yeah, like are there like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can buy
basically
drinks
like
on the street.
barmaids wandering through selling drinks in the festival?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Coming out of various bars and selling drinks.
The sergeant will buy the old veteran Lance Corporal a drink.
Okay.
He'll accept it graciously. Thank you very much, young man.
And how much does that run, Aaron?
2 copper.
2 copper?
Yeah.
You'll hand the barmaid a gold piece and tell her to keep the drinks coming for the old codger.
You bet, she says.
Great, by the time Crowley comes back to us, he's gonna be sloshed.
Right?
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, think about it. 5 drinks of silver, so which means he's getting 50 drinks.
Well, he's got a tip, too.
And I set my own pace.
Yeah.
You know, if the drink's not done, she's not going to give me another one because I'm not done the first one.
Right, and
That's true.
Charlie doesn't know how many are coming. Just as they
Right.
keep showing up.
Right.
What have I missed?
Crowley thanked you guys for the donations. Right, Vaughn gave him some food, which he began to eat. And the sergeant bought him a drink, but actually bought him like 50 drinks. Right.
Bottomless drinks.
Every Monday, the cat comes in at about this time, and what he wants is for me to go outside and hang out with him.
Aww.
I know. I'm like, but it's Monday, I'm busy.
He's just jealous.
I kind of wonder, actually. He can tell that I'm busy and cannot pay attention to him right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Crowley's going to tootle off to the loo and change back into himself.
Okay.
Go out to the festival and see if I can't find myself a couple of young kids that are truly destitute and without.
Oh, that's not hard to find.
Alright, well, I'll find 4 of them and give them each a gold piece to go have fun with.
Thank you, mister. They take it and they run off.
Yeah, before he can change his mind.
Yep. In about 10 minutes, you've got about 25 kids hanging around you.
But you started.
Ranging between the ages of equivalent of about 5 and equivalent of about 9.
5 of them?
25 of them.
They all look pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
Well, take a couple of the older ones aside, and I'll tell you guys what. Make sure that each of you have a really fun day today. But if any important information comes across your ears, it comes to me.
Yeah. The oldest kid in the group says, you're going to want to talk to the boss.
Yeah? Alright. Well, I'll give 25 of the kids, each one of them, I'll give them a gold.
Okay?
And I'll tell that oldest one, need to go talk to the boss.
Yes, sir. Come with me.
Well, here we go.
I'll follow along with them.
Yep. Kids move through the crowd. You're observant enough because it's inevitable that you will notice that they are pickpocketing about every third person in the fucking crowd.
Awesome.
Yeah. He takes you down an alleyway. And then down into the sewer. And then up into a warehouse. Right.
About how long have we been traveling?
Half hour.
Half hour to 9-year-old's pace, or are we
Half hour
good,
to
quick,
an
and
11-year-old's pace. Yeah.
so we're about 4 or 5 blocks?
Well, about a few miles.
Talking like Calgary city blocks. So yeah, 3
Yeah.
mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 miles, maybe.
Really noted. Thank.
Right. He says, need to dig up my name generator.
I'm gonna say maybe his name should be the Skillet.
Out of the frying pan into the fire?
Or
I'm waiting for
Hold on.
somebody to bust out their name generator.
I just did.
or a pun on pan, in the Lost Boys.
I like it.
Yeah. He says Sitha. And a rather tall, thin male elf dressed in a top hat and tails with a cane pokes his head around the corner and says, Navin, what are you doing back here? I brought someone to meet you, sir, he says.
Oh god, it's Fagin from Oliver Twist.
Yep, pretty much.
He says, and why would I want to see this person? He's given out a lot of money, sir. Then I definitely want to see him. He turns back to you there, Crowley, and says, I don't think I got your name.
That's because I haven't given it yet. My name is Crowley.
He says, Sitha, this is Crowley. It was pleased to meet you, Crowley. Why don't you run along now, sit down and let us talk. Or says Navin, and let us talk. Yes, sir, he says. He goes and presses the gold piece into Sitha's hand and runs off.
Is there a table and chairs?
Yeah, he indicates to a sort of a lounging area. You get the impression that they live in this warehouse. Right? The furniture is old, recovered, basically.
Whatever they can find for free or very cheap.
Right. He indicates to a chair and then sits down in one. Says, so Crowley, handing out gold to my kids. Am I wrong?
Enlightening the lives of some youngsters that deserve it.
He nods.
Now, it would seem that we have a slight issue.
Okay.
Young man, I get a gold piece.
Yeah, he's the one
Well,
that
to you.
Through his fingers. Says the young man works for me.
Oh, this I understand. And I understand you probably house and feed. Of course, they bring everything back to you. I would.
That's right.
Something tells me that. What? That arrangement works out pretty well. For one person. You.
It works out well for everyone involved.
Well, having a place to live, yes, is a good.
And food in your belly and clothes on your back and
Forcing them to do so for the meal in their belly, the roof over their head, and the clothing on their backs. No, that's it.
You
It's
misunderstand me there, my friend.
but I don't.
I don't force them to do anything.
Who are forcing their hand by taking everything they have, allowing them not to get out of the situation of which you allowed them to get.
He cracks a half smile at you and he says, you say that like there's an out to this situation.
Oh, but there is. For you and them both. For you and them both.
Yeah, he leans back and puts his feet up on the table.
I have a proposition. You want more than dime?
You cut out at the last part of that. You want more.
Do you want more than nickels and dimes?
He says, what are you proposing?
I propose an adjustment on how things are done.
Oh?
Still take care of the children. They still work and do what they will do, as they're good at it. But the change will be that you and I will become partners.
We'll become partners.
And, yes, and we'll get legitimate business going, legitimate commerce. That, as they grow older, they can move into and move away from the, shall we say, shady side of things.
He says, you suspect like we'll live that long.
Oh, but you will if you have people looking out for you on the outside. You only get that by, truly caring and taking care of these kids. Because
You act like I don't.
you are living like a king off of their backs, off of their labors.
He says, I'm living like a pauper along with them. He says, I don't live like a king. He says,
Well, beg to differ, sir. And this is why. I gave 25 kids today 25 pieces of gold.
mm-hmm.
Each one of those pieces you are guaranteed to see.
Yeah.
For what they are able to pay.
I'm guaranteed to see it, yes.
Now, it does not cost remotely that amount in a day to feed that level of child.
Since you assume that that's all the children. He says, I have older children too. He says, the youngest ones, they panhandle. He says that's how they mostly make their money. Since the older ones, they work for people in town. So they mostly make their money.
They bring that money, of course, home to you.
Mm-hmm.
So why do they not band together themselves and do it on their own?
Well, for one thing, most of them can't count that high. And for another thing, most of them don't have the organizational skills to organize this level of people. They're children. He says, you've developed a very sour opinion of me, Mr. Crowley, without knowing who or what I am.
Well, who you are is another person making their way on the backs of others. Now, what you are, well, that is under debate. Some may call you garbage, shit, manure, crap.
Uh-oh. I think we could be in trouble here.
Now, as to the children, they shouldn't have to work, period. You know what? There are places for them to be safe and fed and clothed and educated. I don't think... Excuse me, sir. I'm not done speaking.
So you're done speaking, all right.
Furthermore, I pull out my rapier and I attack.
Okay, he pulls his from his cane.
Oh, I knew it was a cane sword.
Initiative!
Yeah, roll your initiative.
Wow. Yep, maybe we should have stayed at the bar.
Before any modifiers, 11.
Okay, you have initiative.
Wouldn't have mattered if Haley went out anyway.
That's true.
What's that?
Crawley got into this before we left the bar, is what she's saying.
Okay, you attack. Roll your attack roll.
I'm gonna use my ability to re-roll this one.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
Okay, he uses opportune parry and riposte on you. He hits with his parry and misses with his riposte. Now it's his attack. My dice like you today. He missed again. Your attack. Your swords cross a couple times. Ching, 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 ching.
14.
He'll do it again. He parries and misses with his riposte. Then it's his attack. He hits for 4 points of damage.
Okay, got that recorded.
Yeah. Your attack again.
Gonna use hat.
The hat?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn myself into an ogre.
Ogre's too big. Orc is possible.
Big orc is possible?
Yep.
Okay. I'll change into an orc and start the same motion as my claw bite.
Okay.
Now we know who started this dang war. Just Crowley.
It's his attack, though. It takes your action to turn into an orc. His attack goes...
Yeah.
He hits for 3 points. And his second attack misses.
Okay. My attack?
Yep.
$18, 16, 11.
You hit twice. Right? You do a D3 damage with your claws in Gork form. But you do get +2 to your strength, so...
The D3?
Yeah, a D3 for each claw attack. And you had to drop your rapier.
Okay. Two.
Okay. Is that including your strength bonus?
No.
Your strength bonus is 1 point higher than normal.
Drop to die.
No.
Two and 8.
2 and 8.
Oh no, sorry. 2 and 5. Pardon me.
Oh, okay. Okay. His attack. Double. First one misses. Second one is a threat. What's your armor class? Just out of curiosity, because I'm pretty sure I know, but
17.
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. And confirms critical. So you take double damage. You take 6 points.
Okay.
Okay. It's your attack, or are you going to continue to attack, or?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to attack. I'm going to do a claw headbutt.
Okay.
Bite.
Can't do a headbutt and a bite.
Instead of a bite.
Oh, instead of a bite, okay.
$21, $22, and $11.
You hit with the claws again. You didn't hit with your bite or your headbutt.
$7 points total.
7 points total. Okay. His attack hits for 6 and misses.
I'm going to use Paralyzing Fear.
Okay. Your malediction. Your malediction?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Alright, he gets a saving throw. Which he does not make. So you do stun him for 1 round.
I can spend the extra point out of my strike pool to extend that, right?
Yep.
Extends to what? 4 rounds, I think?
Yep. Yeah, he can't initiate actions against you in that time, but can defend himself. So what are you doing now?
Well, I'm gonna tackle him to the ground, and I'm gonna start ground and pounding this guy.
Ground and pounding him? Okay, roll a combat maneuver check. Well, first roll a touch attack.
Second here.
Touch attack is a basic melee attack. You're just hitting his touch armor class.
Oh, okay. 18.
18 hits. Now roll a combat maneuver check. Using your CMB. B as in Bob.
Yep.
All right. You roll a d20 and add your combat maneuver bonus to it.
Yeah. That's 17.
17 hits. You grapple him. Okay. Next round, you can maintain the grapple or go for a pin. I didn't hear what your response was if you said one.
Give me a quick second. I gotta think on what I want to do. I'm gonna keep punching him until he looks like he's gonna submit.
Okay, we can't grapple and punch at the same time. You can grapple and head
Well,
punch at the same time.
I had asked not to grapple, to tackle to the ground.
Okay, that's what you have to do in this round. To tackle to the ground, you have to make a grapple first.
Okay.
Right, then you make a trip attack. So make your combat maneuver bonus.
Okay.
You roll that.
Yeah. 10.
10 total?
10 total.
Okay, you can't knock him off his feet this round. Alright, he'll attempt to break free. Not a hope. I don't care what your combat maneuver defense is, he didn't roll higher than 7, so it's at least 10.
Like
Okay.
combat maneuver.
Defense? CMD?
CMD.
Yeah.
Dog. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it?
17.
Okay. Yeah, he did not break free of your grapple, so you can attempt to trip him again. Roll a CMD.
17.
Okay, yeah, you knock him off his feet. Now he's on the ground, and you're on top of him.
Okay, I'll cock up a fist and ask him if he
Ask him if he...
yields. I ask him if he yields.
Yeah, he...
It's rolling the dice to find out.
Oh, sorry.
He slips a knife from his boot and gives it to you in the kidneys.
Nice.
Take...
Gareth put like popcorn eating emote in the chat. And then the one with a hammer.
Well, I did tell her to get there.
What's that?
Technically, this is the 4th round. He doesn't get an attack yet.
Yeah, he can't answer you either. In the 4th round.
Could nod his head. If he can defend himself, he can nod his head.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
It would be a... Okay. Then
He's being an
I still
asshole.
get an...
Yeah, he's being an asshole.
Well, I... Okay,
You
well,
get an attack. Yeah,
then
you can punch him.
I'm gonna push my hand against his chin and just to the side as hard as I possibly can, trying to snap his neck.
Okay, roll a combat maneuver bonus.
Kitty is angry.
21.
21? Okay.
Yep.
You'll do a D3 damage plus your strength bonus for two-handed strike, so strength bonus and a half.
Apparently I lied, we are murder hobos. It's fine.
I believe that would be 7? 6.
7? Okay. Yeah, you twist his head really hard.
Did I hear a snap?
No.
Then I'm gonna reef it back the other way.
Yeah. Well, first of all, he's gonna stab you.
Well, yeah.
And
I don't know how accurate he's gonna be with
He's
his head
cutting your
getting
wrists.
ripped off to one side.
he's cutting your wrist. Pull the knife from his boot and is dragging it across your arms.
Okay.
You take 9 points.
Since he's prone, does he technically not lose his dex bonus?
His dex bonus to AC.
Yeah.
He's not rolling against his AC.
No, is it whenever you lose your dex modifier, you can be sneak attacked? Or get the extra.
Generally, don't lose your dex bonus to the person you're fighting and grappling with.
Yeah,
That's what I was just verifying. Sorry.
right.
Like if the rest
No,
of
if
us
he
are there,
grappled
we can pound the
him-
fuck out of them.
If he grappled him now from the ground, then they would both lose their dex bonus. But he's just trying to get away. And I was wrong. It's not 9 points. It's 4 points. I rolled a d6, not a d3.
Okay.
All right. Okay. What are you doing now?
All right. I'm gonna start
Oh, yeah,
slamming
make a combat maneuver defense, or make a combat maneuver bonus. Grapple check.
it. 18.
18? Okay, you do manage to maintain your grip on him after he slashes your arms.
I'm gonna start vigorously smashing his head against the ground.
Okay. Roll another attack.
18. 24.
24?
Yeah.
That's definitely a hit. Alright, you'll do, I think the ground probably do about a d6, I figure, plus your strength bonus. What is your strength currently?
Currently it's 10.
Currently 10. That's with the plus 2?
No, then it would be 12.
Okay, so you do plus 1 damage when you do this from your strength.
7 points of damage.
7? Yeah, you sort of brain him a bit. He's not dead yet. He returns fire on you, stabbing him viciously with his knife. Misses his first attack, and natural 20 on the second attack. So
Yikes.
threat, and but doesn't confirm critical. So it was a threat, but it didn't critical you. You take 3 more points of damage.
Okay.
And roll another grapple check.
Natural 20.
Okay, he did not manage to get you off of him.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Too bad I'm not there. Otherwise, I'd say I
Another
tell him
7
probably what to
points
do.
of damage.
You do another 7 to him, he goes out.
Yep.
You feel lucky yet?
The fuck
I keep
level is this
smashing
guy?
his head into the ground until it's pulped within my hand.
Okay.
He's gonna murder the guy. Okay then.
Alright.
Uh-oh. Is he sure he wants to do this?
He's pretty
Oh, yes.
pissed. He's
Oh,
pretty
yes.
pissed. Yeah, okay.
It's a good thing he's not under our chain of command in any way, shape, or form.
This is true.
Okay, I am going to get up.
Then you get up and realize, holy
gonna-
fuck, I hurt.
Gonna pull a hanky out of his pocket, kind of shaking a bit here. Wipe his brain matter off of my face.
Yeah.
Somewhat bandage up my wounds a bit here so I don't bleed out while I'm trying to walk out.
Yeah.
But before that, I am going to take his hat. I am going to take his sword cane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take any other goodies that might be here on him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take I'm presuming there's a sheet or two over some of these couches that are less than
Oh yeah, there's blankets on the couches too.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of curl his body into one of the blankets,
Mm-hmm.
sock it up, right? Drag
Okay.
it to down where the sewers were.
Okay.
Just dump him in the fucking
Sewer?
cesspit.
Okay.
And I'm going to go and find kid that I talked to.
He's nowhere to be found here.
Well, no, he's gonna be up top working. After I get some healing, I'm going looking for these kids.
Okay.
But first thing, I'm going up to the festival and I'm looking for Yasma.
Okay. That's easier to find than this kid. Yasma,
Okay.
you guys are hanging out in the fairground when you see Crowley approaching. He looks like he's been shit fucked.
Holy shit! Let's grab him. He's bleeding.
What happened?
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Are you okay?
Who did this?
I got in a bit of a disagreement.
Again?
Let's get off the street. Come on.
Oh,
Back to the leafy bough.
Is it close, the Leafy Bower, or have we wandered
I've
far
got
afield?
I've got a
It's
key to
reasonably
a
close.
house. Here, give me the key. We just need to find a quiet alley, and we'll put the key in the wall, and we got a place.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. You put up your
Alley.
Yeah. You go into the alley. Put
Wall.
up your.
Yeah. Open a door, and then we're in a little hut there.
Yep.
On a bed, and let's take care of them.
Yep, she immediately
Yeah,
starts
Vaughn
going
didn't
over.
know.
Von Ben will.
Will help.
The Drumlin is getting water boiling and getting some rags in the hot water to sterilize them.
Okay.
This is the first time you've seen my Drumlin actually know what he's doing for healing stuff.
Stuff the bed to just stop the bleeding for now until the
Yeah. Well, apply my ministrations, including magical ones if need be, which I'm sure they will be. He's pretty beat up.
How many hit points did you take?
23 points of damage.
Holy shit. I don't think I have 23 points of damage to take.
Yeah, you got one cure moderate and one cure light.
Let's do it.
Okay, cure moderate's 2d8 plus 3. And cure light is 1d8 plus 3.
Probably had like
12.
what, 1 hit point left?
12 for the.
And 10.
So 22 hit points back. How many hit points did you have left, Crowley?
4.
4.
Had that critical struck,
Actually,
I would have been
critical-
dead.
Well, you'd have been unconscious. Whether or not he killed you, it would have remained to be seen.
Didn't though.
Alright, what the hell happened? She says.
Okay, I'm gonna turn down this music, this
Yes,
sounds of the
street,
city.
because we're in a...
I'll go back to tavern and
Well, it happened like this. There was this guy, and he was abusing some children, and I told him it wasn't a good idea, and there's a better way, and he goes, I don't like that. So I said, well, I don't like you. And then we fought, and crap out of me. But I won, and he will no longer be abusing the children.
Do I want to know what that means? She says.
It's pretty plain.
I think he just said he
puts her
just
hand
killed
over
him.
her eyes. Yep, she puts her hand over her eyes like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's what Drumlin is doing too, just shaking his head. He's shitting.
Where are these children now?
Okay.
Go ahead, Von Vin.
Vin says to Crowley, exactly how was he abusing the children? Let's start with that.
Well, for one, forcing them to steal for him. Every last cent or anything they got. Wouldn't any money to out on their own or to move themselves up in the world. Have any type of save?
Okay.
There are so many
Question is,
places
it's
that
not
will
what's
take
supposed
care
to
of
happen
children
to 'em.
like that in cities like this. The people like that are evil, evil, evil. They're no more different than the people who tried to enslave me. You've never been a slave, you don't understand.
She's nodding. Okay, she says.
What's worse is they're child slaves. But it's no longer a problem anymore. I fixed it.
What's going to happen to the kids?
Well, I'm going to talk to them. And I'm going to point them in a direction. Most likely provide a better life.
The sergeant makes a 12 on his wisdom or intelligence check.
okay.
Bright enough to figure out that Crowley probably just killed somebody who's either a guild master of thieves or someone high up in one of the thieves guilds.
Oh yeah. Probably somebody quite high up in the Thieves Guild.
Sergeant will take the lieutenant aside and explain his suspicions.
Oh, fantastic, she says. Did anybody see you? She says. Was that turned away? Did anybody see you? She says to Crowley.
The young boy that took me to meet this horrible
Puts her hand
person.
back over her eyes.
Yeah, but you know what? They'll never find.
Well, you're pretty unmistakable, Crowley. You stand out in a crowd around here, she says.
I changed myself into a nondescript elven male.
Sergeant looks at Crowley and says, yes, that's nice, but you do realize that probably pretty famous for bringing in the pirates. Somebody's probably going to remember that there was a cat who hung out with all these Navy people.
Which means you put us in danger.
Oh, like when you said surprise?
Since
Kinda like
Celine was like below deck and didn't see that, she's like, I'm kind of mystified about what they're talking about, but
Carl, you didn't just put me in danger, you put everyone in danger. Me yelling surprise I was trying to help the people that were down below.
I was helping too.
Yes, I
All of
apologize.
you.
I did apologize.
All of you can.
guys, let's not argue. That's not going to help anything right now. Look, there's no point in throwing blame around. Obviously, what is done. And now we have to figure out what we're going to do to respond to the situation.
What I did, was it morally wrong?
I can't judge that, she says, because I wasn't there. From what you've said, I don't disagree, she says. If this man was abusing these children and you felt you had to act to defend them, especially because you can identify with their situation, I can't fault you for that. I can't, she says. But we still have to deal with the situation.
Like you say, he may be connected. But you know what? I'm no slouch myself. I had a life before I met all of them.
That's true, but I'm kind of an idiot, she says, and I'm not likely to notice assassins lurking in an alley.
Well,
there was my plan of a second drink.
That is why we have gentlemen like Brimley in here. We have the sergeant, who is master at arms. We have my girl Yasma here, who tries really hard.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
We have both a warrior and a healer in my druid friend here. It's unfortunate what had to happen, but the fates make things happen for a reason.
Sergeant mumbles under his breath. Let's hope the fates have a sailing date for us in the morning.
Yeah. I've always been good at rationalizing about anything.
One of my talents,
One of my talents.
Is there any way we can find this boy and somehow convince him not to sell us out to the rest of the guild?
Yeah, I bribed all 25 of the kids with gold earlier. So I'm sure a little bit more will seal his lips like no tomorrow. And if not, I have another alternative.
No, Crowley.
No. I offer him enough money that he wants to enlist with the Navy. 11 years old or so.
Equivalent. Yeah. About 25.
I don't know how much money Crowley has left, but his only hope would maybe be to buy him a midshipman's berth. Cabin boy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what those run these days.
Well, you know, isn't the Navy always looking to have young people to indoctrinate? I mean, teach?
Yeah, but the officers' class is a privileged class there, Crowley. They like to
Oh,
indoctrinate their own.
I see. So, Lieutenant,
Was this a human boy or an elfin boy?
Elven boy. You think? They all look alike to you. No, you're pretty sure he had pointed ears.
yeah, he had pointed ears.
Are there any windows in this little cottage that I can look out of to see the real world?
No.
You would have to go to the keyhole and look out it. That's the only exit to the real world that you can see.
Yeah.
And that's where my Dreamland's going. No, he's not opening the door, he's just gonna look up the keyhole.
Okay. Don't see much.
Put his ear to it and listen.
Sergeant reaches over and pulls off his hat.
Okay.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Ensign, sir, if you've got it, use it.
It's true, you might be able to sense the presence of people who are hostile, or...
Mhm.
It's not a bad idea, she says. I think I'm wishing the fates have a sailing date for us too, she says. Okay, yes, I think we could probably buy him a commission. Do I know how much commissions cost?
1,000 gold.
Last I knew, midshipman's commission cost 1,000, she says.
Okay, let me just see. And he starts rummaging around in a closet of corner of the little place he's got here.
How many children do you think we're looking at? I'd like to not leave them to the ministrations of the street either, if we can find a way. I don't know if there's a way, she says.
Well, they're all living in a warehouse, so they're going to be there tonight. They're not going to have their leader there, so I suggest...
Or are they?
What was that?
My Dreamland looks over at Crowley. Or are they?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
I don't. Please explain, she said.
I make myself look like the guy who was slaving them. Just like this. And I'll pull out the sword cane. Or
Okay, that might work, but what are we going to tell them, she says.
going to tell them that they're all going on a trip. They've done very well and worked very hard.
And where do you intend to send them? We can't take them all on the ship.
No. No. Orphanages where they can get real homes, real meals,
Are
without
there
having
orphanages
to.
around here?
There were a couple that we already donated some. Me and Yasmin donated some money to.
On Arianrod. Another planet.
I thought that was in Whirlybird.
Oh, right. There is an orphanage in Whirlybird. Yep. Might be able to take him to Whirlybird.
That'll get them out of here, away from this.
Hold on, he's coughing.
Maybe we should find out who owns this warehouse. Maybe it would be cheaper than buying commissions just to buy the warehouse and turn it into an orphanage.
That's a good idea.
But
Unless it actually is a Thieves Guild and the guild owns it as a cutout. Then we'd just be telling them where we're at and who we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I say get the children out of here. Take the one we can with us. I will buy him.
okay.
You'll buy him a midshipman's berth?
The least I can do to mistake, supposedly.
Crowley, again, I'm not saying you were necessarily wrong. We just have to deal with the situation.
Carly, I'm sorry I snapped. I understand you were doing what you thought was right. I'm just trying to think of everybody else in the group. And yeah, I've done stupid things too. Hello, I drank Cthulhu brain fluid for crying out loud.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
Madrimlian has no right to
you're
judge other
batting
people for
1,000.
idiocy ever again.
He got that?
No.
He said, yeah, you're batting 1,000.
Tyrannid Hero wants to know if there's anything he can name. He's earned enough channel points to utilize the name generator. I'm sure there is, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
We might need a guild leader for the Thieves Guild. Probably an elf.
You don't need a name.
Little boy that we're gonna buy a birth thing for.
Yep.
Midshipman's birth.
That was Nevin.
Yeah, well, I can change that.
Sure enough.
There's bound to be at least one orphanage in Whirlybird we're going to need a name for.
Yep.
Probably more than one.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot of kids. I doubt they're all going to be housed by one orphanage.
This is just a question player-wise. What about Flower Mark? Would they take in any of the kids farming and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They have fostering programs out in Kanathi.
Yeah, your uncle probably could use some extra help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure giving him a...
Yeah, I hear you there. I mean, the fact
Well, maybe
is...
between him and the maid.
Okay.
Housekeeper, sorry.
Yeah.
I hired.
Yep.
What do you think? She says to Arian, do you think that they'd be better off in Flower Mark?
You're going to have to ask the kids. I mean, we can't just tell them what they're going to do. We have to offer.
That's true, she says.
Can't make them go be farmers or...
Okay, here's what we're going to do, she says. Crowley, I'm for the plan of pretending to be their leader. She says, you're going to take Madrimlian with you. You are not going to wear your hat, she says to Madrimlian, because when he screws up what is expected of him as the guild leader there, you, or whatever they call him, right, you are going to communicate with him in some prearranged signal that he is fucking it up, and how. I don't know, work it out, she says. Because you'll know that they'll be uneasy, or, that seems out of character, or whatever, right? And you are going to pose as a young, wealthy gentleman, which you are, she says, who is looking...
Who is Madrimlian?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Right? Who is looking to provide a better future for the elven children of Skyreach. And you're going to flat out tell them, right, that these options are on the table.
Cool.
Fine. But, I have one condition.
Okay.
We mind link. Before I leave.
So that in case there's any trouble, I'll know right away. Yeah, we're not going to be far, she says. We're not going to abandon you to possible trouble. She says, we're also going to do our best to find this boy before any of this happens and level with him. Sound good, she says, looking around.
Sounds great.
Like a plan.
Okay, clean up, Crowley. Get some notes on.
And may I suggest that I go out and find some merry garb and pose as young gentlemen's...
I think that sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, she says. Let's do that.
I have gentleman's gear in my bag.
Yeah, but you'll need it. He's going to be looking thuggish, okay?
I'm pretty sure your stuff.
What's that,
London says,
Vaughn?
he said, I'm pretty sure your stuff. London says, I'm pretty sure that anything we got is not going to the sergeant. He has too much bicep.
Yeah, but we know tailors, so we can have it quickly fit. But you guys misunderstood. I believe he was volunteering to pose as Madrimlian's bodyguard. Am I wrong?
Right.
Right.
Right. And I'm pretty sure I could probably find some thuggish looking gear out in the market right now.
I'm sure that won't be a problem, she says. Alright, let's move quickly. We need to know what this boy looks like.
He's a small she-boy who is...
A very detailed description of what he looks like.
Yeah, who is older in his eyes than he appears in his flesh.
Uh-huh.
Right? About 25 years old, with shoulder-length black hair. Right? And green eyes.
Thought he was only 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
11
11
equivalent. Right? If
Oh,
he were
okay.
human, then he would be about 11, but he's an elf, so he's about
That's
25.
right.
No, that's cool. I didn't think that had come through more clearly.
Yeah, I'm
because
sorry.
Aaron kind of mumbled when he was saying that. So.
Yeah, I just give equivalents in that, so because if I say 25, then nobody knows what to expect, but you guys are all elves, so you do know what to expect of a 25-year-old elf.
Right.
But Crowley is not an elf, so he
Right,
doesn't
that's
know.
why I told him that he's about 11.
Yeah. But we're smart enough to figure out what he meant.
Yeah.
We know other people have difficulty ascertaining the ages of elves. We've all been asked weird questions like that before.
You're how old? Yeah.
I just didn't hear the equivalent part.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was not clear.
So I was imagining like a 5 or 6 year old.
Yeah. No, like some of them are that young, equivalent, right? Like about 12 to 15 years old as an elf, right? But some of them are much older than that. 10, 15 years older than that. Okay, so Crowley. You are getting in disguise now, or are you going to go find the boy first?
Going with him.
I didn't hear what he said.
I'm going to find the boy first.
Okay, are you going in disguise, or are you going as Crowley?
I'm gonna go in disguise. I'm gonna go looking child about his age.
Okay.
Posed as my
True Undead Hero, there are admirals in the Navy. You can come up with a name for one if you want.
So I guess we hit the marketplace to start looking around.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Might as well put some marketplace ambience back on, I guess.
Market ambience. Market ambience, bustling port town. Market. Okay, make me a, let's see, knowledge local check. If not,
Ooh.
and then anybody's looking for the kid. Alright? If not, if you don't have knowledge local, you can make an untrained intelligence or charisma check.
Okay.
No perception?
Nope.
No, I understand why it's intelligence or charisma. It makes sense. Intelligence, okay, that's likely to be the kid we're looking for. Charisma, likely to be able to get the kid's attention. Yep. Perfect sense.
Yeah.
Charisma, 24.
Okay.
Natural 20.
You rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
He is lucky, isn't he?
Yep.
We're gonna start calling him Lucky Crowley.
Intelligence, I got an 18.
Okay.
Intelligence or charisma 19.
Okay.
Guess I'm with Madrimlian at this.
Mm-hmm.
Looking rather thuggish.
Got 21.
Okay.
I'm going to use empathy on him and see what I can get from him.
From who?
The kid I think it might be.
Okay, you don't know whether it's a kid you might think it might be yet. I'm waiting for Von Vin and Arden and Lorik, thank you. I knew it started with an L. Got that far. So, Vonvin, what did you roll?
I don't have any knowledge local.
Yeah, I said either that, you can roll an untrained intelligence or charisma check.
Okay, 18.
18? Okay.
Yep.
Taz?
Did Arden fall asleep on us?
Yes, I happen to doing that.
Okay, Gareth?
22 for knowledge local.
Okay.
And he does have knowledge local. He is from Yggdrasil Sprout, so...
Yep. Okay. Since Taz is obviously asleep, we will ignore him for now. And I will tell you...
Sergeant will pick up the narcoleptic Negus.
Yeah. And return him to the ship.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. You guys note there are not a lot of children around the fair unsupervised anymore.
Oh, fuck.
The whole place seems to be on alert. The carnies seem to be looking for someone.
Well, cover up my search then by, stopping at some vendors and, expressing interest in something. I don't even care what at this point. Jewelry, I don't know.
Yep.
Likewise.
Yeah, buy some candy and some trinkets.
Yeah.
Casually, we're working the conversation at candy vendor. What's going on? Everybody seems tense.
Carney says they think that there's a serial killer running around in the carnival. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody murdered one of the locals.
Oh, good.
One of the local
Oh, no.
color.
Dear. It's awful. Well, I hope they catch whoever did it.
Well, we're looking out for him.
Do I happen to be nearby?
Sure.
Any suspects?
Like, let us know, or let me know, just what...
I mean, we are with the Navy,
What
she
is it?
says.
I'm sorry, you cut right out there, Rowan.
I don't suppose you can tell us what this person is supposed to look like, eh?
Well, we don't know. We're looking for anybody who looks suspicious.
Okay. Well, we're with the Navy.
They suspect it's got to be somebody really strong, though, because they smashed the guy's head in.
Whoa. Yeah. They're massive.
Yeah. He says. I don't suppose I can do any wrong by telling you guys. You guys obviously aren't big, massive killers.
I should hope not.
Yeah, I
So it's a
don't
little
think
green.
so.
It's not feigned.
Yeah, neither is Majumma. He's like, oh. So you can see he put his two fingers on the bridge of his nose between his eyes.
All right,
As
thank
well,
you very much. And thank you very much for the rock candy.
it's not a problem, he says. Make it myself.
I'm passionate, as you never know when you're going to ship out. And let's face it, on board a ship, they don't serve a lot of food.
Ah, that's true.
Hey guys, did anybody check with the Leafy Bow? Do we have quarters for the night?
Just common room.
Well, maybe you ought to bring our stuff back to the ship anyway. She says, looks like things are starting to wind down here anyhow. Well, thank you very much, she says.
Yeah,
and, yeah, good luck. She says, we'll keep an eye out too.
Don't get into any trouble and don't go flashing a lot of money. Apparently, well, the guy they killed was really rich.
Right, she says. Okay.
Right. They suspect robbery.
All right,
So unfortunately, about this time, probably the sergeant, who is big and thuggish looking, is probably wandering his way back from the ship after dropping off Arden.
Yep.
Yup.
Is he in uniform?
No, I changed to my thuggish clothes so I
Right.
can play the part of the bodyguard. So this big, burly, thuggish looking elf
Civilian.
is now wandering back into the market.
Celine will go up to him, realizing, because she's not an idiot. She has a pretty good grasp of human nature and, you know, says, like, you know, Sergeant, we have to discuss something, she says. Brings him over to the table and says, is it okay if I tell my sergeant? Yeah. She says, apparently they think there's some serial killer running around the...
Potentially. Potential serial killer. That's the rumor, he says. I think it's more likely robbery. Some rich eccentric asshole got himself killed and they found him in the sewer with his head smashed in.
Oh. It's unfortunate.
I think we're gonna go back to the ship, she says. At least to drop off our stuff. Maybe we'll stay there for the night, she says.
Keep these girls safe, he says to the sergeant.
My job.
And especially this guy, he looks rich, he says, indicating Madrimlian. I think it's a robber. I think it's somebody who's going out for money, so.
Well, first you can't be too careful, Bonvin. Thank you so much again. You've been
Yes, thank you.
wonderful. Come on, guys, let's get back to the ship.
Yeah, passes him a couple
Yeah,
of
let's
coins
get
for
going.
the info. Thanks for the
Thanks.
info, she says.
Thanks, he says. We don't make our living selling candy.
No, I guess not, she says.
Well, Bonvin did buy a fair bit of candy.
Yep. Yeah, as you guys pass through the crowd, you can hear whispers of conversation talking about the fact that somebody was killed.
Sergeant kind of nonchalantly looks over it. Guess that puts a damper on the rest of the day's plan.
It does, she says. I mean, let's go back to the ship, she says.
If she hadn't come up to you as quickly as she had, I was going to hit you with a missive telling you leave was cancelled.
Yep, head back to the ship. Walk, don't run.
Yeah, walk, don't run. Crowley.
You have
Yes.
Crowley with us, right?
What's that? Lumpin?
I was just confirming that Crowley was indeed with the party and hadn't slipped off somewhere again.
I was just about to ask him, are you heading back to the ship with the rest of them?
Yeah. Oh, Yasma's lead. Follow Yasma's lead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm following orders.
Yeah, heading back to the ship. Okay.
But what about the little boy we were trying to find? That.
Yeah, Celine doesn't answer. She just kind of shrugs for the time being. She doesn't want to have this conversation in the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, me being disguised, I'll walk up beside her and I'll say, hey, they'll check out that warehouse.
We'll see, she says.
Well, you have one murder hobo among you.
Yeah, and a couple of kidnap hobos.
And a couple of
Vincent.
kidnap hobos.
Bonvin says, I think we need to get our gear stowed for the evening before we engage in further evening activities at the festival.
Ouch, Siobhan just kicked the bottom of her desk with her injured toe.
Ouch. What'd you do that for?
And I don't know if
Don't
you've been
do
following
that,
the
it
chat,
hurts.
but Turenda Hero has named an admiral, and it's
Okay.
going to be awesome. Said make her a badass. And is that Adilin or Adeline? The name that he gave the admiral was Admiral either Adilin or Adeline Silvertree the Second, which is cool. Anyway, while he answers that, we will carry on back to the ship.
Okay. Okay. You guys make it back to the ship. Not sure she'll make an appearance tonight, True Undead Hero, but she probably will soon.
Yeah, get back to the ship. She's going to the midshipman's berth.
Okay?
Because that's where everybody was.
The fucking brass on the ship is fucking beautiful.
Go find the boys.
Yeah, they're
The sergeant will open the bilge hatch and inspect it.
Oh yeah, it's all bilged out. It's all...
It looks good.
It's all oiled. Well, tarred.
Puttied. They use tree
Putty.
sap. They don't use tar on
not
living
no
ships.
Tar. They use tree sap.
Resin and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought about that. Yeah.
Sergeant will harumph to himself and close the hatch.
It's adequate.
Barely.
Yeah, you wanted an excuse to rip their asses again.
Yeah, you find them in the midshipman's berth. Lieutenant?
She shuts the door. She says, okay, we have a problem.
You've been here all day.
It's not you. It's him. She says, points to Crowley. Gives him a brief description of the situation.
So was the guy a slaver or a rich eccentric guy?
Well, making himself rich off of the backs of children.
Ah.
Tell me.
Huh?
He's
Yeah,
a Pied Piper.
A Pied Piper?
Yeah. Somebody who collects children and convinces them that can give them a better life and then takes advantage and imprisons them.
The fact that the guy was wealthy and known about town tells me that Crowley probably had the situation called, she says. Okay, so the problem... Oh, no, go ahead, she says.
The original plan seems to be right out, man.
Yeah, I think there's no hope. She says we're not going to be able to reach them. If anything, they're going to be hiding now. However, they don't seem to have connected it with Crowley either.
Dogs lie at this point.
No, they're quite convinced. They seem to be quite convinced that it was a very large individual because they smashed the gentleman's head in.
Looks at Crowley like, with a raised eyebrow.
Crowley
Posture
smiles.
And my posture still sucks. Crowley says what?
He just smiles.
Oh.
Crowley smiles.
Remember, he's a cat. This looks pretty sinister.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure what to do from here. My best hope at this point is to lie low and hope it blows over, she says. Am I correct in this assumption, or do you guys have better ideas? She says. I hope we do, but...
I have an idea.
Looks at him, kind of with the, alright, let's hear it, kind of,
Well, like Von Bennett said, Pied Piper of sorts. A child of about their own age looking, and with a rumor that he heard that, hey, there's a ship leaving. They'll take us to Whirlybird, where we can find real orphanage and real families and real opportunity, and get that out there. And tell you, word travels fast in the street. Crowley will change himself into a poor-looking elven kid. Well, actually 25, but looks about 11.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see any way that we can do this at this
might
point
work.
without being directly connected to the situation, she says.
Yeah, I'm thinking we
Would
just
you
lay low.
mean us, or do you mean the Navy? Because I'm sure that you could find people to do the footwork, get that part of it done. I'll pay for the boy to have his own midshipman's berth.
I like your
And
idea of trying
I'll
to give the
also
boy
get
a
the
place.
rumor out there.
Okay, I like your idea of trying to give the boy a place, but here's what I think is going to be going on right now, she says. Okay, right now the town guard are looking for a big guy, right? Which is fine. The Thieves Guild is still going to be looking for Crowley, right? Because they're going to
Yes,
talk
a cat.
to... Yes, they're going to talk to the boy,
Kid.
right? And they're going to ask him, well, what happened before this happened? And he's going to say...
Here's the problem, guys. Crowley never once was in his own form. He was in the form of a young elf.
Oh, was he not in a cat form? Okay,
right,
well, I don't know
and
this.
then he turned into an orc.
Okay, I don't know this, right? So I go on like this until somebody interrupts me, right? But
Well,
I'm like,
Crowley will interrupt and say no, and explain exactly how it all went down.
So if anything, they're
Oh.
looking for an elf or an orc.
oh, that actually
Or an
makes it a
elf
little
and an
easier.
orc in league.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
she
may even
says.
come out with the fact they're looking for two people, elf and an orc in league with each other. Rob
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah, that
Well,
stands out in a crowd.
maybe I could get that rumor out there. I could make myself look like anyone in the crowd.
So wait, if I understand it correctly, you
And
went
then
in there looking like a young elf, but when you changed to an orc, you were the only one with this guy, Crowley?
No, the kid might have been there. You don't know if he was
Kid
still
might
there.
have seen me change it.
So maybe what we should do is not say an elf and an orc. Say an elf who changed into an orc.
Okay,
Mhm.
that'll work. That's semi-truth.
Just saying, so if the kid reports something. But my question is at this point, what time of the day is it now, Aaron?
It's about 4 in the afternoon, maybe 5.
So we're losing time.
Yep.
We have to be back on duty tomorrow, and I don't know that without having all the kids in one spot like the original plan was to get them this evening when they all came back to crash, that we have the time or the resources to get them all out of there before we're due back on duty.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think so either.
That's my concern.
Well, that's why we talked to the higher ups and see set something up where I spread the rumor real quick amongst the children as a child.
There
Then
weren't any about
they
though
will
without
come
parents.
to the docks.
I didn't see a single one.
Yeah, well, all the ones that were parentless are now in hiding because of what happened.
And they
So-
know every last number of their group.
That's not. I'm not saying I'm gonna be one of their group. I come walking from the docks. I could have come off of any ship.
Yes, but the problem is, how are you going to find them
A
if you don't know where to find them?
Homeless child off the docks will be found really fast? Because you don't think they have lookouts around that area for
I'm-
new recruits, for new
I'm-
children?
Okay, I'm sure they do, right? But I'm thinking that if the child was around, then the child is going to say what he saw, which doesn't lead back to you.
Nope.
And if he wasn't around, he's going to say, well, the last I saw was this wealthy younger elf. And that still doesn't lead back to you. Or us, she says. I personally think we might be better off just not saying anything, she says.
Fair
We
enough.
and we certainly can't go to the higher ups and explain how Crowley smashed the head in of somebody.
No, we cannot, she
And
says.
now
No,
we need
this is
help.
true.
Now we need help getting these kids out of it.
True enough.
Just had one court martial. We don't need to have 7
No,
more.
you really want to help?
Good.
What's that,
I
Von
help.
Von Vin says, I know you really want to help. I know that you really want to help these kids to Crowley, but we might not be able to do it right now. We might have to let things simmer down a bit. I know there's not really any orphanages here in town, and you guys said that there's a bunch of whirligig.
Whirlybird.
But sometimes you got to step away from a problem before you can solve the problem for a bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I think that's our best bet right now. But I'm with you, she says to Crowley. I don't want to leave them to their own devices either. So the next time we make port, maybe we can do something.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Unfortunately, Crowley, I'd love to help, but right now, lying low and keeping our noses clean is the smartest thing we can do.
Actually, I just had an idea, says Von Vin.
Uh-oh.
We could talk to our friend who's the proprietor at the Leafy Ball and leave him some money in his trust and get him to take
Spread
that
the
money
rumor.
and set up an orphanage system for here in town.
That might be a good idea, but I don't know
No,
what
not
it
really
costs.
spread a rumor, just
I don't know what it costs to fund something like that, she says. I'm not sure we have the capital. And you do, I know, she says to Xerxes, but if you throw it around, it's going to draw attention.
I don't have a lot of capital anymore. I spent it all on bug suits.
Okay.
My dad sort of cut me off.
It's probably not a bad thing. Given
Probably
the
not.
After
situation.
that kind of expenditure, I guess so, kiddo.
He said, no, that was my own money that I spent on bug suits.
Yeah, but you really think that he doesn't know what happened? Come on. There's 2 circles and news travels faster than light, and that's in the very poor and the very rich.
Yeah, it's true, but news travels faster among the very rich when it's not true.
Touche, kiddo, touche.
then says, well, why don't we talk to the gentleman at the Leafy Bower? Maybe he knows something about local properties and so on and so forth, and he can give us some advice, because I'm willing to, spend what I put in the bank out of my booty money.
I agree with you, except that, again, I think this will probably draw attention where it doesn't need to. Look, the gentleman at the Leafy Bough is our friend, right? But I don't know if he'd be inclined to be our friend if we were in any way associated with the brutal murder of somebody who was obviously an important citizen. Whatever it was he actually was, that's obviously not what people think of him. So again, I still think we're better off leaving it alone until the next time we're back.
Okay.
Sergeant makes a point of standing up, saluting, and saying, Avalana.
Avalana, says Ruavel and Xerxes, jumping to their feet.
Nods.
Avalana.
Valana.
Okay then.
My Dremlin keeps his
Would
mouth
any-
shut, but Celine clearly hears Avalana in her head.
She smiles and nods at him.
Crowley will pull out a top hat and say, hey, want a hat?
I'd ditch that if I were you, Crowley.
Yeah, let's preferably burn this stuff or something,
Yeah.
she says.
No thanks, Charlie. I've got my own. But his,
At the very least, sell it in the next port that isn't here.
Or give it to space.
Yeah, give it to the void.
That's a good idea. I like that idea. It could be taken back to garbage, she says.
And it'll travel until it finds a new head to rest upon.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's where we'll put her up for tonight. It is now 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that was a good game, guys. Got into some trouble there. Alright, so last chance to enter the raffle, and don't worry, True Undead Hero, you've already been entered. And thank you to whoever it was who either subscribed or renewed their subscription in the past few minutes. Much appreciated. I was trying to figure out who that was, but I can't figure out how to click on that option right now. So, thank you. You're awesome, and we really appreciate it. Any support to the channel is always appreciated, and that's great. Trended here says, "Yay, I'm a raffle raptor," and sends us the World Anvil Raffle Raptor, which is awesome. Rawr! Rawr!
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to end the raffle now. Entries are hereby closed. And our winner is... Morg!
Morg, you won!
Yay! Hopefully you are still here, because I don't know how to contact you. Otherwise.
I've got it. He's my
Garth
buddy
Vader,
from
thank you very
Congratulations,
much.
Morg.
Alright.
Anyway, Morgan's my buddy from back east. He was in my gaming group back there for about 10 years. So.
Oh, right
that's
on.
awesome. Right on.
Right on.
So I'll let him know to Discord you or something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Come on the Discord and we'll make sure that he gets his ebook.
Yep,
Cool.
And let me know preference to format, and absolutely I'll send it to him by email, by Discord, whatever.
Yep.
Great. All right. And thank you, Garth Vader, for your subscription too, which I think happened after the subscription that I mentioned, so thank you.
My posture still sucks, Daryl.
Mine's good now, thank you. All right. Toy Soldiers Old School is game mastered by Aaron Reed, based on the Toy Soldier Saga universe created by Diane Morrison. Audio is provided by TeamSpeak. Sound effects and ambience provided by Sirenscape, which worked overtime tonight. Music provided by White Sand. Check out his Patreon at patreon.com/whitesand. Mapping software provided by Campaign Cartographer 3+ and World Spinner. Oh, I should also say random name generators provided by World Spinner. With adaptations in Adobe Photoshop. Gaming software provided by Fantasy Grounds, Hero Lab, and World Anvil. Check out our campaign at www.worldanvil.com/w/Toy Soldier Saga. Distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. The Toy Soldier Saga is copyright 1995 by Diane Morrison, all rights reserved. Thanks so much, guys. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Okay.